Alright guys, what's up? This is the Retro Gamer coming at you with another commentary. And this time I got a special guest, one of my clan members in LOW. He is DETX Dope. And Dope, say what's up to the my subscribers. What up?
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, so me and Dope, are the co-leaders of LOW. And we want to get to know what you people think about how we can make the clan better, and just any questions about what does it take to get into LOW. So without further ado, I'm gonna let my man here explain to you what LOW is about and what it takes to be in LOW.
Well, everybody, LOW is a brotherhood loyal clan that we're got going on, and what we're really looking for is, well, loyalty would be, I think, me and Brett's main thing, because we have future like I mean not future but past gamers who
they didn't work
was
out
not loyal at all. Yeah, they claim the group, but then afterwards, you know how that go. But yeah, we look for skill, determination, loyalty. We don't look for like new, childish. Like,
yeah, we try to keep it
on
a mature,
we don't want
mature
that.
level. No little kids making that screaming to their mic. We try to keep it, a certain maturity level. And another thing to add on what he was saying was, I mean, even though we say skill, it's not necessarily about having the best gun skill. It's about more of whether you can, communicate and know how to call off spots. Because you might not everyone has the best gun skill, but if you have those other intangible factors, you can definitely, thrive in this clan. So don't, get confused with gun skill or have overall skill as, if I don't have that, I can't be in LOW. There's much more to it.
No, that's
not. So
we look for a team effort, cause yeah, like Retro was saying, you might not have the best gun skill, but we look for somebody that can always, for example, carry a UAV when for the team, or a Blackbird, or someone who carries a rocket that could shoot down kill streaks, or whatever your best may be. We want you to use that. We want you to be you. We don't want you to change up your playing style and you do bad. Just do you. And we want you to be comfortable.
And just for all the viewers out there, this is the beginning of a new show that I'm putting together. Trying to get a little partnership with my man here, Dope, and a couple other people, where we would do weekly commentaries, and if it gets popular, maybe every other day. But for right now, it's gonna be a weekly commentary. Most of you have seen my retro recaps, the two that I put up here, and it's basically gonna be about that. And basically, me and Dope are gonna have like open mic sessions where it won't be just discussions about gaming, but it'll be more open mic sessions where, we can freely talk about whatever, because usually the case we'll be talking and the conversation will be good, but we never record it, and we want to share it with the public. So this time, we're going to turn this into a show.
Right.
Hopefully if we get known and get big, we can turn it into something a lot greater than what it is. And luckily I'm proud to have Dope, be my proud, right-hand man to do something like this, because I think what we have to say is, intellectual and very popular. More people get to, hear about it. So basically, what this show is for is mostly to get user interaction. So I, sent out a status saying, all my subscribers, friends, viewers, to send out messages that you would want to ask me and Dope, because I don't, being me and Dope, knowing Dope, we wouldn't mind having a problem, answering those questions that you have for us. So, without further ado, Dope, let's get into these questions and see what, what these subscribers have to ask us. First off, we got, first question is from, his name is Details, and he wants to know, what's the most kills that we've ever gotten in the game. So, I'm gonna let Dope start off with that
one. Most kills I got in the game, I would say 55. Yeah, I went about 55 and 5 on Fire Range. That's about, yeah.
Yeah,
about
and what's special about that game is because he owns a certain spot on that map, on the tower, that everyone knows the power of the ladder is. And basically, he can own just by basically sitting up there owning kids, zone camping. You know, it's a strategic move. If people don't catch on to it, if people catch on to it, you know, they might be able to get them. But it's still a special comment to go 55-5 on firing range. Me personally, I had a video, a match where I went 65-20 on Nuketown. Now a lot of you might be saying, well, that's not a lot, but considering that it was demolition and you know it could go either way. Nuketown, you could either go -30 or you can go +30, just like that. So you know we had a good team. We were spawn camping them. You know, chopper guns everywhere on our side, and then we were just straight up owning them. So, to answer that question, it was 65-21, I believe, which was my best overall kill-wise. And I have a bunch of games where I've done good KD-wise, but just most kills in the game, I would say, was on Nuketown. So, thanks for your question. That was actually a pretty good question, because it had me thinking about it a little bit. Next question is from Boss Stacks. He wants to know, how long have the two of you known each other? And I'll answer this one. Me and Dope, it's been around a year now. I believe it was like beginning of January, I think it was, wasn't it? January? Yeah, it was like January, February, somewhere, and you know, I knew a friend that knew him, and you know, we started playing, you know, we became cool or whatever, and from there, you know, he was already in a clan, and he was, you know, it was getting to the point where, you know, the clan was dying a little bit, so he had ideas of making a new clan, you know. He's been MIA for a little bit. When he came back, you know, we made a clan LOW. I think from there, you know, it just set it off from there. You know, we've been cool ever since, and we got LOW. So it's been about a year, right? It's been about a year. So, but he's a cool friend of mine. Next question is from T-Rock. And by the way, thanks for your question, Stacks. That was actually a pretty good question. You know, get a little background about us. But he wants to know, do you guys participate in game battles? So I'll let Dope answer that one.
Yeah, we do game battles. We haven't really did any on here yet, but when we did, we like it hasn't been going too good because one, we're still trying to recruit. That's the main, and I think the only reason why, because we're still trying to recruit more people. So we do GB, we just haven't did it yet on here. So yeah. Yeah,
and the add-on that we do GB. You know, once we put a stable team together, and you know, once we get the chemistry there with the new recruits, you know, then I think we'll have a stable GB team where we can come to the new like right now. You know, we mostly do a lot of rank. You know, try to find some people out there that fit our criteria. You know, so which leads into my next question from Sexy Girl. She wants to know, what does it take to be an LOW? So I'm gonna let him piggyback on what you said earlier, but add a little bit more. What does it take to be an LOW? Besides, you know, gun skill. What does it take? Basically, what does it take to be an LOW as far as personality-wise? How do you have to fit?
Like, we like somebody that's cool, not like you say, not childish. We like somebody that's laid back, and dedicated. Determined to win. We like that winning attitude. We don't like that nonchalantness when it comes to like clan on clan. We don't like that nonchalant. We want your full effort. And we want all the time A1 skill. We want the type of person that if we invite you, we know you're gonna join off rip, because like I said, we had past experiences with clan. People say they want to be in the clan, but they never accepted game advice. They never claim the clan. So we want somebody. That's what we're really looking for.
Someone that, you know, that's loose. You know, because me and you can ask anybody that know me and Dope. We keep the party going. You know, we keep things funny, keep things comical, and people that know me know I'm a funny ass dude. So given how I am, see Dope laughing right there. Even he knows I'm a funny dude. So we want somebody that can fit that, you know, laid back, loose, chill style. You know. And Dope is more of a chill, laid-back type of dude. You know, funny. He's actually underrated for his funny. He's a funny ass dude too. But you know, everyone knows. You know, we be fooling in here. So you know, and we usually stay up.
No one knows.
Yeah, we usually stay up late on weekends. So you know, if you fit that criteria, late, 5 in the morning late. So If that fits you, you know, that's another little bonus. But that's basically what it takes for the most part. I mean, you have to put that loose style of play. Next question, which is a good question, Six Bill. You know, inbox me if you know if you really want to try out. Next question is very simple. Let's make this quick. Where do y'all live at? So I live in Baltimore City. You know, Murderland, bad reputation, but I live in Baltimore City. Get that out there for the most part.
I live in Detroit, Michigan. Yeah, our bad reputation too for number one crime rate, and we're known that.
Number one crime.
Unfortunately,
but yeah.
And we're not too proud of that name of the dirty glove.
That is a bad one. So. That's bad one. But yeah, but that's what's up though. But yeah, so that's basically what it is. A good question. Tough questions coming. Next question is from DKN517. I know him personally, also known as Dwayne. But he wants to know, although Black Ops is better than Modern Warfare 2, in his opinion, why does Modern Warfare 2 have a slightly higher replay value? So I'm gonna let Dope touch on that.
Friendly napalm strike on the way.
Why does Modern Warfare 2 have a better replay value than Black Ops?
Brandon?
Yeah. Enemy care package incoming.
Oh, never mind.
Securing Alpha.
So why does Modern Warfare 2 have a better replay value, Dope?
I think it has a better replay value. People are more like addicted or play that game more. Is because you had it was so glitchy and it was so newbie that any and everybody can have a breakout game and do good on that game.
Let's just put it like this. Basically, if you have tack knifing, if you have one-man army, and you have danger close, they're the three newbiest. And commando. They are basically the newbiest thing in that game. I mean, period.
Oh, it's a code. Last Stand.
How can I forget? Last Stand.
Last Stand. Freaking. What is it? Painkiller.
When you
Final Stand.
When you factor
shit
all
like
those
that
things into that, it's clear and cut. While Modern
in the one class
arcade type shooter, it has a lot of newbie things. So considering that, that's why I was more addicted, because it allowed the noobs even to thrive in that game, because it had so much fake stuff in that game. And plus the nuke wasn't attractive to it. Also.
Yeah, it's like with this game, you don't have all that, so it's like it actually requires skill, so less people play it. They think it's just a bad game because it requires more skill, and just because they can't do good in it, they consider it a bad game.
Alright, so we're running low on time here, but basically a recap of this whole show is that basically this is what you're gonna get most of the time when it comes to our weekly shows. It may not be exactly like this for a topic, but it's mostly gonna be off-topic, discussions on basically anything that comes to mind. Dope usually has good ideas, so we're gonna share ideas, and just comment people what you think about certain things. So most of you can expect. We have a Facebook page now, LOW. I will put the link in the description box. Check that out. Add us because we're gonna be putting a lot of things on there. Not just montages, but statuses or what you can expect. Dope Facebook pages on there. Hit him up, hit my man Dope up, because he's cool as shit. You gotta hit up a couple of people. Trey, he's not in LOW. You can add him. His link is on my channel. So that's mostly what you can expect. With this channel now. It's becoming more popular. We're gonna try to twist things up, but for the most part, this is what you're mostly gonna get: opinionated, responses. So. Yeah.
Right.
So, me and Dope, we're really cool. We have really good conversations, and basically what we want to try to do is we want to express those opinions, topics to you all. So, thank you guys for, watching this video. Comment, rate, subscribe, add our Facebook page.
And, yeah, like I was going to say, add that Facebook page. Go on Facebook whenever you can and type in LOW Gaming. Send a friend request message for GB, how to join, where you can find our videos, when, any of that, you get a response back, so definitely.
Keep in tune for that. This is the Retro Gamer. That's my man Dope. And until our next video, we're out.